Hey everyone, it's Brian here. Today I'm coming on to show you how to make this little 3x5 notebook holder. 3.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And these are the ones you can get 5 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And this is my project for the Kendra's Card Challenge Instagram Hop this month. The theme is back to school, so I decided to make some like this to show y'all how you can bring Kendra's Card Challenges outside of the card, so to speak. So this is not, our finished product today is not going to look exactly like this, but it's going to look very similar. So without any further ado, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and get our scoreboard out, and we're going to get a piece of cardstock, preferably heavier duty cardstock that measures 6 inches tall by 12 inches wide. And we will be cutting a little bit off the end here after we're done putting the chipboard on. So what we want to do first is go ahead on the 6-inch side, score it 1/2 inch, and again at 5.5 inches. And then turn it quarter turn to the left. We're going to score again on the long side at 1/2 inch. And that's going to be our guide point to keep everything straight. That's why I do that. So let's go ahead and show you what size chipboard you're going to need. You're going to need 2 pieces that measure 5 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide, which is the size of the Notepad. I could have made it a little larger, but I decided not to because it looks better that way, I guess. And 1 piece that is 5 inches tall by 1/2 inch wide. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and glue this down. Make sure we got it on the right side. This is a texture cardstock I'm using. So I want this texture to be on this, showing on the front and not being hidden. So I'm going to go ahead and get some glue on here. So my question for this video is, have y'all tried the Kendra's Card Challenge yet? Let me know in the comments section down below if you have or if you haven't. And also let me know if you have before, have you participated in this month on this quarterly challenge yet, which is number 11. And this one runs from July 1st to September 30th. So you got another month and a half or so from the date of this video to enter challenge number 11. Let's see here. I want to make sure everything's nice and centered. Gonna go ahead and burnish down really well. Like so. And then we're going to put our 1/2 inch piece down next. I'm going to go ahead and turn this a quarter turn so I can see a little better. I'm going to eyeball this about 1/8 of an inch gap in between the two pieces of chipboard. I think that's good there. Just going to go ahead and burnish that down. Now I promise y'all I'm trying to work on this stain in the camera frame too. I know that's been a problem in the past. So we're going to go ahead and put this next piece down that measures 3.5 by 5. Then we're going to put this one down. Once again, leaving the 1/8 of an inch gap between the spine and this piece of chipboard. And if you are more of a learner by reading than by visually watching a video, I will leave the instructions to this in a blog post on my blog if you want to go there. It's bdcraftsmore.blogspot.com, and I'll work on that before this video premieres, and then that way you can watch how to do that and also read how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my scoreboard back out now. So we're going to figure out where we're at, and that's about 8.25 inch, well, 8 3/8. Actually, no, it's 8 1/8. So wherever this chipboard ends, you're going to score at the closest score mark to it. Closest score mark past it. And then we're going to also want to make 1/2 inch past it, which in this case will be 8 5/8. And that's where we're going to cut down cardstock to, so we can fold it up and everything. So now I'm going to bring out my trimmer. I'll bring it out. Take it 8 5/8 where that score line is, and go ahead and cut it. So we have a 1/2 inch gap on all 4 sides. Sorry, 1/2 inch overhang on all 4 sides. And that will be used to wrap around this, and then we're going to put the inside liner on after that. So right now what we're going to do is go ahead and start snipping off these corners. Going to try to get this looking as good as we possibly can, because we can't get it perfect because we are all perfectly imperfect. That's the only thing we're perfect as, being imperfect. So I'm going to go ahead and fold all these score lines here real quick. Fold them over, burnish them down a little bit. Burnish down. Now we're going to go ahead and glue down the first, well, one of the long sides. And we're going to burnish it down with glue really well because it will not want to stick at first. We'll put some more glue on there. And start putting this down. And bring your spatula out, or burnishing tool, whichever you call it, and burnish it down really well. Now we're going to do the same thing for the two shorter sides. And the last side. Put a bunch of glue on it. Good bit of glue. There we go. And there we go. And now we're going to go ahead and start putting our inner cover on. And this one's going to measure 4 3/4 inches by 7 1/4 inch. So it's basically going to be 1/4 of an inch shorter than the top and the sides. So we're going to have like 1/8 inch gap around all 4 sides, if you know what I mean. But first, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and fold this a little bit so we know it'll fold. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and just put it all over here. At least we're going to try to. Let's start with 4 sides. Then we'll go get in the middle here. Go this way, like so. Gonna try clean this out real quick. This does get clogged pretty easily because it's tacky glue and it's the Barely Art glue tip. The metal tip does not work with the tacky glue, but this other tip does, sorta. Now we're just going to go ahead and put it all over here. Now we're going to go ahead and put this down. A little smudge there, but it's okay. We're going to cover that with Notepad in a little bit. I was a little bit off on the application here, but just all you gotta do is push it around a little bit and it should go where you want it to. After we get it burnished down really well, we're going to go ahead like this. And this, I don't know what that is that keeps skin on there, but. And do that a couple times. Going left to right like so. Sorry about shaking on the camera. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and just start folding here. Slowly working the cover. And in just a minute we're going to put, well right now I guess we're going to put some more glue in here. Right here where it's buckling. And the reason that's buckling is because there wasn't enough glue at that spot. So we're going to go ahead and burnish it down again. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Looks pretty good. A little buckling down here. That's nothing we can't fix. Then you put some more in here. That's buckling too. Maybe a little bit more here. I think that's fine though. Now we're going to go ahead and start putting the front of it together. This is where the card sketch is going to come in. I'm using sketch number 4 from Kendra's Card Challenge number 11, which is the current challenge. I don't have that sketch with me at the moment, but I'll try to remember to put it in the video after when I'm done editing it. But what we're going to do first is get our pieces ready. This is going to be 3 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall. So basically it's 1/2 inch smaller than the cover, the front part of the cover. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. And it could be argued if you want to, you put some ribbon across here on the front and decorate the back as well. And leave spine the way it is, or put some on spine as well. So you'll have some kind of closure of sorts for this. But I'm not going to do that. You can like put it right in the middle here. But I'm not going to do that this time because I didn't do it the first time. I think it'll be all right without it. There we go. Put that down. Make sure it's facing the right way. And then on top of that, we're going to get another one that's about 1/2 inch smaller on each side. So this is going to be 4 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. We're going to put it in center right there. So we're going to do that right now. Put that down. Burnish it down some so it gets stuck really well. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down. And this piece here measures 5 inches wide. No, sorry, 3.5 inches wide by 1 inch tall. And now span across the entire width of this, and it will go in the middle. Like if you're going to put your ribbon for a closure, this is where it would go. And now we're going to put that down. Separate everything down the middle. There we go. Like so. And now we're going to go ahead and start working on the final touches. We got the scalp circle that's about 1 3/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches round. And I got 2 circles here that are 1/2 inches round. And we're going to put one down like this. And they're both coming from the same paper, but I'm using the reverse side because it's solid color. And then we're going to go ahead and put that down. Like that. And now we're going to go ahead and fold this one in half. Like so. Cut it down the middle. Then we're going to put this on the bottom here. And I believe I used paper C for the background here. This is paper D. And papers A and B are going to be used for the pennants underneath this. 2 A's and 1 B. I'll show you how that works in just a moment. You can go ahead and burnish this down real quick. And now we're going to go ahead and put our 2 A pieces after we cut them into flag shapes or fishtail flags. Make sure to go in the right way, and they are. And these are 1/2 inch wide by, I believe, 2.5 inches tall. Not sure the exact height. Maybe it's 1/2, but I will measure it just to make sure. 1/2 inch wide by 2 inches tall. Then on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and cut down that center line about there, maybe like 3/4 of an inch. Not even that much. Maybe like 1/2 inch or so. And then cut from the corner to the middle, and then from the other corner to the middle. You have yourself a little fishtail pennant here. And we're going to do the same thing on this piece for piece B. Make sure you got on the right side. Cut in half on the 1/4 inch side to about 1/2 inch or so. Cut from the corner to the middle point, and again from the corner to the middle point. I'm going to cut that one a little bit better though. And now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down. We're going to glue them down before we glue what we just worked on down. I'm actually going to move this to about here. Go ahead and rub the excess glue off and out. And I'm going to go ahead and put the other two pieces to the left and to the right of that one. Maybe put that one just a little bit higher than the middle piece. So I have a little variety of height there. Oh, I just knocked that on there. Same thing with this. Make sure it matches up here. About the same height as the one you just put down. And also these two would want to match up in the middle of the top of the middle piece as well. So you get this effect. So now we're going to go ahead and glue this one down. And we are almost done. Like so, put it down. And for the finishing touch on the front, we're going to put this bow here in the middle, right there. I might put one more finishing touch on there. I'm not going to stamp sentiment on this one. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but it's not really required. There we go. Like that. You have your cover. We can put some gems on here, rhinestones or bling or whatever, which I think I will real quick, but you know, this may take a minute because I got to come individually. So what I do is I'm going to go ahead and cut each individual gem off of the sticky back because it's the rows are attached. All of them in a row are attached to each other. Then I'm going to get the X-Acto knife or scissors or whatever and put the gemstone on there. And then we're going to go ahead and put it where we want it. Cut 3 more off. You'll want to put one on each corner where the pattern paper meets the matte paper. And then we're going to put one here in the middle of this bow. And there you go, we're done with the front, as you can see. Now all we gotta do is put the pad in. I'll show you a quick way to do that is by just simply gluing the back of it, like this. And then when you're done with this pad, you can always just toss this cover. Or what I would recommend doing is gluing another one on top of this once you're done with this pad. And we're going to match here. You want to make sure the top is facing the top, not the bottom. Make sure the top here is flush with the top of the holder, and the right side is flush with the right side, and the bottom's flush with the bottom, and it looks like the spine's flush with the spine as well. So that's good. So that's the way we want it to be. Looks like that's going to work. Just want to take that just a little more to the right, though. See how that works. Looks pretty good. You may want to break this in a little more by doing like that. But there you go, the finished product. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe and ring that bell for all notifications, because you never know when I might come back on. So until next time, I'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.